Welcome to Keith and the Girl. I'm Keith Malley. Oh, there's Megan Koester. How you doing, Megan? Now Megan's here. Let me tell you what happened behind the scenes. Okay? Megan's making up for lost time. No pun.
Right.
Kenda calls Megan and goes, hey, Megan. And Megan goes, yeah, hi.
Yeah, hey, what's up?
Well,
I answered, by the way. It's not like I have her number saved in my phone. But you see New York, you think it might be Lorne. You know what I mean? Who's calling? I picked it up.
Oh man, I'm sorry to disappoint.
She had Megan on speaker, and I hear just like, oh, hello, and Kenda's like, okay, so now what do you think, Kenda? Like, how do I nicely say? You don't seem to know about the show.
Listen, Megan is the best. So like she even beforehand I'm like, hey, listen, we can write in the chat behind the scenes, and she wrote eat shit, and I'm like, this is why we invite Megan on. It's 50-50 chance she's going to remember she's on. It's 50-50 chance if she remembers she's on, she's in a place where she can get on. So she's here. You know, I knew as soon as I heard hello, I'm like, I think I need to remind her what hello is today.
Absolutely. Because I do a thing. Well, I used to have a physical day planner because I'm 800 years old. And then one year I bought the same day planner every year, and they increased the price maybe from like $15 to $17.50. And I was like, no, I'm not buying that anymore.
My life.
So now I don't remember when things happen anymore.
Well, for $2.50, you can.
Right. But there's the thing, $2.50 in this economy. You know what I mean? I'd rather just alienate people and feel like a fucking asshole for it. Oh, right. I'm supposed to create internet content with you today. I forgot.
Do you like that you did pick up the phone not knowing who it was?
I did.
Aren't you nervous all the time?
Well, to be fair, I'm awaiting a phone call about trying to lie my way into a focus group. And I don't know where they're going to be calling from. And we got like maybe $175 on the line. So I will be answering the phone all day if anyone else wants to call me, especially if they have $175 for me.
Is it the first thing you said when you came in and we saw each other was, oh shit, I don't have the best track record, meaning with us.
This is not my first rodeo in forgetting that, listen, I'm ill, man, mentally, physically, spiritually. You know what I mean?
Oh, no. Oh, goodness.
I hate to use that as an excuse, but that's what I do. And, that's just what I do.
But is this a problem everywhere? Are you in trouble all the time? Are you late?
I think what Pete is saying, do you have a doctor's note?
I'm saying as a personal.
That's funny that you asked, do I have a doctor's note? Because the focus group that I'm trying to get into is about being mentally ill. And they need receipts, like you need to show them like the bottles of the pills that you take. And so, I actually do have a doctor's note, and I have all this readily available because I'm ready to talk to somebody about the multiple SSRIs I've been prescribed in my life.
Is it an experimental drug? What is it?
I think we're just talking. We're just gabbing. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like that's a focus group. You just gab about like your experience, how you feel about products and shit. I was talking about cell phones the other week.
We should always book you in a time where somebody is offering you some money. Like, it doesn't even have to be us. It's just, good morning. This is $175 day. Would you like to show up for something different?
That's the thing. I mean, I'll drive to Venice if you're giving me $175. Easy. I'll do it fucking yesterday. Will I just write on any piece of paper near my computer at all when something's happening remotely? Apparently, no. But I'm starting talk therapy pretty soon. I think 40 is going to be the year that I get it all together. You guys can rely on me in the future, and I might fuck around and process my sister's death. Who knows? 2023, baby. Let's go.
Now, when I heard the other end of that call, Megan, and you seemed calmish, but were you? Were you nervous? Yeah. Were you nervous that you were late? Because you said Kenda reads people better than me, but I'm like, she seemed calm, and Kenda said, no, she knows words. I mean, Jesus Christ, the title of your album, Tertium Non Deter. She knows how to talk, right? And then she's like, well, should I? I hear Megan going, should I? Okay. Can I? Okay. Should I probably? Okay. So I guess that's the part where it really was a little nerve-wracking.
It is fun. But here's the thing. I don't, I'm not like other comedians or whatever in that I don't like to wantonly hurt people's feelings or be rude or shitty. And I have already forgotten about here. And also a side note to the side note. Do I get a lot of bookings on anything up to and including podcasts? And I don't. You would think it'd be easy to, keep my 4 bookings a year in order. And yet still, in spite of it all, I fuck up.
Well, what happens?
I don't know. I mean,
do you wake up? Do you wake up and go, another free day with nothing on the calendar?
I mean, well, I don't wake up and, get good vibrations or whatever. It takes a while to wake up. What I was planning on doing today, I got to go to the post office. If it's a day, it's probably any other day.
How do you know you can plan? Why are you planning? Isn't that nerve-wracking?
Well, here's the thing. Yeah, I don't plan really, because I don't really do anything. So, I mean, maybe that's like a life pro tip. If you don't do anything, you don't have to plan for anything. You know what I mean?
We give the form for the guests to fill out. What are you promoting? This kind of thing. We don't want to miss a thing. And we wrote, what are you promoting? And Megan said, continued existence despite the wishes of my myriad haters. So she knows words.
Right. I mean, I'm speaking English right now, I think.
Okay, hold on. We have to stop again. What is that noise I'm hearing?
I don't know.
Yeah. What the fuck is
that? Is there popping again or something?
No. Is somebody eating food right next to you?
Is there a faucet on?
Oh, there's a faucet on in the kitchen. Now it's on.
Now there's not. Okay, it's the faucet.
That's
is the door closed?
You have a door you can close.
I can close that. Yeah.
Let's close the door. Wow. That's a barn door.
Okay, yeah. So in the future, we'll keep that one closed. And outstanding. Perfect. All right. Done. You know what? Do you have is construction planned in the next 10 minutes?
It's funny. It's funny you asked that because for like about 2 months, there's a apartment building like directly across from I share a driveway with them. And when I say apartment building, it looks like a shanty. It looks like it's from like a Dorothea Lange photograph from the Great Depression. The fucking thing's falling down. And they insisted on repainting it for reasons I can't ascertain. But before they could repaint it, they felt the need to power wash all the old paint off of it. And this took about, I would say, 2 solid months of just one old man who had bought a power washer at Home Depot, who's probably, the fact that he was an amateur probably made it extend longer. But imagine someone power washing directly outside, one man. And you can't say shit because he's fucking old. One fucking old man power washing outside your window for weeks on end. You can't gild the lily, man. The building looks like it's about to fall down. You can paint it. I don't know why we're doing it. You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean. I know exactly what you mean. Do you think between your podcast, Grift Horse, and you talking about, which is great, by the way, the Grift Horse podcast, you should download it. And you doing these, focus groups kind of thing. Is it an aversion to what people would call regular work?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. But the thing, if you refuse to get a job, oftentimes it feels like you're working harder, but then, you're your own boss or whatever. Do I like the fact that, every part of my living environment is just full of fucking You think these are mine?
This is shoes.
You think I would fucking wear these? No,
shoes
this is merchandise. I got the they're jute. They're espadrilles. It's for a 4-year-old woman.
And you found them outside and you're going to eBay them?
Yeah. I sell a lot of shit on eBay.
Is it worth it? Because I remember trying to sell a keyboard for $5 and then they come to my house and go, I don't know, I can offer you 3. I broke it in half and threw it in the garbage.
I don't. That's why I don't really party with people in real life. I was selling this an old Macintosh from 1986 the other day, like a Macintosh SE, and I wasn't here, but my husband was. And this guy comes to buy it in person. He's already talked us down from 200 to 175 because it had no keyboard. Fine. Okay. Just fucking come get it. He comes here after talking us down and then tells my husband that he's a director on a Netflix show.
A director.
Yeah.
And on oh wait, hold on.
He directs it.
Just so we're clear.
Yeah.
A director on a Netflix show, as if it's like we're not going to be able to figure it out. Don't worry about it. It's one that you know. Okay.
Right.
Not specifically.
I don't need, like, you know what? Now it's $300. Don't fucking tell me this when I'm selling you a fucking computer from 1986 on Facebook Marketplace, bro. You know what I mean?
Is it so that he thinks you'll think I want to be friends with you? Just take it, in fact?
I don't know if he was like trying to just engage in light conversation, but I mean, talk about the weather. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't want to know that you make $300,000 a year when you're lowballing me on a fucking computer.
I think it's more like, hey, I'm important, and you want to say that you sold it to an important person.
But it wasn't. I mean, by Netflix show, I mean it was like a cartoon for children, really.
Does that not count? That counts extra.
I guess it does. It does. I guess all content is for children now, if you think about it.
How much will you get for those shoes with animals on them?
Thank you, Keith. Thank you for asking. I believe I'm going to do a buy it now. I'm going to say $15.98. It's a numbers game. You know what I mean?
Do you do the cents that trick people at the end? Like, did you notice the difference between 0.95, 99?
Psychologically, if anybody else is doing this, you wanted maybe like a 48 is even better than 98 because it's more of an illusion of value. I might throw a 48 in there.
It seems like you thought it through.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sadly, yes. This is all I think about.
You know the device that you post the shoe on, that box in front. That device also has something called a calendar.
Yeah. Oh, you mean the one that sent me the time? Oh, also, I'll have you know, it says time sensitive. The notification after
the notification to come here.
It's telling me.
It notified her 8 minutes after we were supposed to start and 28 minutes after the mic check. So I don't know what setting that is, but you might want to.
Right. I'll get
the computer knew it was sensitive. It's like, you are very late.
AI is going to fix that, just like AI is going to make it so I don't have to write anymore, et cetera, et cetera.
I don't know why you think we have to write, but okay.
What are your dreams like?
Like when I sleep at night?
Do you sleep at night? And what are your dreams like during then?
I would say my sleep is fitful at best. And I don't really remember my dreams. There was a period where I wasn't dreaming at all. Now I know that I dream, but I still don't remember it.
It's probably best.
What does fitful mean?
Going in and out, tossing, turning.
A
third thing. You know what I mean?
You grind your teeth?
I think I might. Sometimes my jaw hurts. I think I got to grift another mattress. I grifted a mattress about like 8 years ago. It's the worse for wear at this point. I need a softer experience.
Does grift a mattress mean take a mattress off the street?
No, this is, how they have all the mattress companies that they send you the shit in the box and it expands, right?
Yes.
Well, they send it to you in the box and it expands, which means you can't just send it back to them. And they all have these things where it's like sleep on it for 100 nights. If not fully delighted, you get your money back.
Right.
What you do is you get this mattress. You wait about 30 days, like a reasonable amount. So it seems like you put your due diligence in. Right. And then what you do is you donate your old mattress to a place, get the receipt, and then show these venture capital fucks the receipt. And then they give you the money back for your new mattress.
Oh, I like that we start with the word grifter, but if we put venture capitalist in there, then we are Robin Hood. I got it.
Yeah. I don't grift human beings. I only grift corporations, venture capitalists, things of this nature. But you can get free mattresses all the time on Craigslist if you don't mind potentially getting bed bugs.
What's the have you ever had bed bugs?
3 times. I used to live
Holy shit.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah. 3 times.
I've had COVID less. Jesus Christ.
COVID was more pleasant. COVID doesn't make you want to walk into the ocean. You know what I'm saying?
Did you ever look
You can
back?
clean up COVID a lot faster than bed bugs.
Oh,
If-
absolutely.
If you, if what you do, can you look back and know every place you got bed bugs from? Is it
I
from
do.
Salvation Army, that kind of thing?
I can say definitively one time was from getting an ottoman for free off Craigslist.
Mm.
I swear to fucking God. I knew it. But
You
other
like to-
times, I don't know. It might just be circumstance. I was in a
Right.
building where like people routinely were getting them. You know what I mean? They're just like shifting from apartment to apartment kind of thing.
Wait, just this. Okay, Keith. Now
Yeah.
you can say she's too calm. Okay.
Yeah.
Earlier, when she realized she was late and all she's okay. This is. I know we talked about it.
Do you think she's so? Do you think she's so smart? She's like making herself live like a scumbag.
Making myself.
Maybe. Like,
Well, I mean, what's the alternative? Like, could like if I were like in advertising or something?
Yeah, in advertising or in capital venturism. I'm just saying.
I think
If I was
he's
part of
talking.
a comedian.
No.
Like, why is there a comedian to working an advertising pipeline?
I
You
think
ever
it's
noticed that?
more. I think he's more saying if some responsibility was taken in certain matters in life,
Mm-hmm.
would it be different? And I think what Megan is saying is no, because I still have the same brain disease that always shuts the part that allows me to go to some next level on some shit.
You think you'd lose your comedic wit if you didn't sell those shoes?
If I did, no, I don't think they really. I mean, maybe they use like the same synapses in the brain or something. In that, like, I'm always thinking, like, looking for an angle or whatever.
If I gave you a book deal, what would you write about? Because I want to read something from your brain. I just don't know what it is yet. Can you help me out?
I've always wanted to write a book about California because I'm from California and just how varied the state is and how, you know, I'm from like the area of California everywhere between Los
What is
Angeles.
this, an almanac? What do we like? Name the chapters. Why am I interested in this?
Chapter 1, annual rainfall. Chapter 2.
No, like different regions of the state, like everywhere between San Francisco and Los Angeles. I call it like the wasteland. You know what I mean?
I'm sorry. Whoever did the dishes is now eating. So.
Hey, man, I let my husband eat. Do you?
Not during showtime.
Right?
No, he's not allowed. It was in the vows.
You want me to yell at him?
Always.
Hey, Anthony, can you eat in the bedroom?
Eat in the barn. Tell them to eat in the barn.
Eat in the bathroom.
Yeah, I guess they can hear it.
These animals. I
just
guess
heard
they're making
muffled
you eat in the
wheezing
bathroom, honey.
on the other side of the wall.
We didn't tell them to eat on the toilet.
Honey, I'm trying to pretend I'm at work. Can you also do that?
Honey, I'm trying to get 4 Instagram followers by appearing on a podcast. Please, this is important work.
My friend told me that you had a house broken into. True story?
This is a true story. A friend told you this.
Newsy told me this, and I haven't been able to listen lately, getting Keith and the girl stuff together, but I do want to hear about this.
Oh yeah, I bought a shack in the desert, right?
Right.
And by shack, I mean, yeah, you know, like you do. It's like a studio apartment in the middle of the desert. It's just a rectangle.
One of the regions.
How far from where you live?
About 3 hours.
Convenient.
It's just a rectangle. There's no water. It is wired for power, but you got to bring your own generator.
You go there. Is there like a fight? Like he's running the water too long, and you're like, I'm going to the cabin.
There's no water there.
No, it's well, okay. So what happened? So I went to it the other day, right? I show up, doors wide open. That's fucking interesting, right? It's in the middle of the desert. It's like there's nobody around it. Doors wide open. Okay. I can see piles of sand have collected everywhere inside the structure. And then I notice that there's just a chunk has been ripped out from the side of the house. And what somebody, I would assume, one of our tweaker friends did is instead of just kicking. I would say tweaker neighbors. I'm trying to like use the same terminology as like our unhoused neighbors. Or
yes.
One of our tweaker neighbors did is instead of just kicking the door open, which would have made sense as he left it open when he left, he just went through the door frame and ripped a hole into the side of the structure and then crawled through the insulation and punched through the drywall in order to steal the generator. And that's what happened.
I think they were upset there was nothing in it, and then they're like, I guess we take the generator.
I mean, it was a clutch generator, dude. It was like, I didn't pay for it. I got it as like a wedding present, you know?
Okay, I got nervous when I'm like, did you sell out? You paid for it?
Dude, honey. I mean, no, I did not.
It's so on brand that you got a generator as a wedding gift. That is just
it's more on brand that because a friend of mine had it. She didn't need it. I was on a payment plan for it before. And then she was like, well, you know what? You just got married. You don't have to keep paying me for this generator. So I'd already given her like $500 for this thing.
Okay.
But the rest of the debt was expunged because I got married.
What did you get first? The little cabin or the generator?
Little cabin. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I didn't know if you got the generator and you're like, now I need to put it somewhere.
Wouldn't need a generator otherwise. You know what I mean? Well, and now I need a generator again. So if anyone's got any wrecks.
What is your Starbucks gift card grift?
Oh, the Starbucks gift card grift? Wow. Okay. So you got a friend that actually listens to my low listenership podcast?
I do too. I just haven't heard the latest ones. Yeah.
That's what's up. Okay. So it just worked yesterday. The thing about it though, they're always more generous with men than women. I mean, that's fucked up, to be completely honest. And maybe if
I'm glad you were honest about that. I'm glad that we know that you think it's fucked up. I was on the fence.
A lot of people talk about America being a matriarchy and shit, but it's like stuff like this kind of makes me think maybe it might be biased the other way. But
where do you go that people?
I think that's what she's saying.
Okay.
Okay. But with Starbucks, so what you do is you get a Starbucks gift card, like just $10. I get the dumbass app, add the gift card to the app. What you do is every single time you order anything, make it low. Like just get one beverage or one item of food. Just every time you order anything, just chat with customer service and just say you weren't completely delighted. Basically, make up. What did I say yesterday? Yesterday, I told them I got an iced matcha latte. I asked for oat milk. They gave me regular milk, and I'm lactose intolerant.
But is that true?
That is not true at all. But you can say anything. They're union busters. You think I gotta fucking be empathetic towards Starbucks?
Not towards Starbucks, towards the person who didn't put the wrong milk in your drink, because that person has a name on the drink that she or they made for you, and they are now marked up as you gave an allergic person the wrong milk.
Do you think they're personally patronized, or do you think they're like given a demerit or something?
I think that Starbucks runs on such a system that I know for a fact. Keith's sister used to work there, and when I went to like say hi to her, she had a timer on her because as soon as she's on her break, she presses the bloop, and when she's done with her break, it alerts boop 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 boop. You're done. Shut it down. Go back to work. I think they're because if you have so many employees, you have to have that many systems. And I think that I don't think there's a system where the person who made that drink doesn't at least get, maybe they don't get reprimanded, but or even punished or anything like that. But it is of note because if the same person keeps repeating that, why wouldn't they get fired?
Yeah, I don't want the person to be penalized.
Let me tell you guys, I happened to go to Starbucks today. I haven't been there in a long time. Went to Starbucks today, and somebody else was trying to pull a fast one. And boy, did we see a little show today. Okay. The Starbucks employee sees the guy coming in from outside. I can't even hear what he's saying, but the Starbucks employee from the other way on the other side of the door, meaning he has to walk a few feet in order to get to this guy. He's like, here comes this guy. I don't hear what he's saying, but I know this guy coming in is about to steal. That's the vibe, right? The guy comes in, he looks through the orders, and we've said this before. If you're there at Starbucks, probably there's a drink that, has been left or not picked up yet or whatever. This guy looks through, as if he looks through, there are only 3 items, takes a beverage, takes a food item, and the employee is still coming towards him. It's just a long Starbucks. The guy leaves. Starbucks employee follows him, catches up to him on the outside, flings the drink out of his hand, throws the food on the ground, says basically, now I can't hear, but basically goes, I know you're shit. You're not welcome here anymore. The guy sort of starts to come back and argue. The employee is way bigger and pretty confident. And this other guy is one of your tweaker friends, Megan. And so he comes, the employee comes back and goes, hey, I know for a fact this guy's going around the Starbucks in this neighborhood just stealing shit. So he went and I've never seen that before. He flung the coffee at, like, no one's having this today. Not you, not anybody.
I see. Here's something here's something someone could do. Okay, this is me just maybe being devil's advocate. I would say maybe some people used to do this and they stopped doing it because it punished people that don't deserve to be punished. But at a place like Starbucks, I never did a Starbucks, but let's say like a Chipotle, right? They got that shelf where it's all the online orders.
Yes.
Nothing's really stopping you from going and taking one of those. You know what I mean? Nothing. It's not like there's a guy in front of it checking ID or whatever. But the thing is, if you take that, then that means the fucking DoorDash person who's probably earning less than minimum wage anyway has got to stand there and wait for somebody to remake this thing for them to give to somebody that they're not going to get a tip for. And that sucks.
Then they
get cool to just, what's that?
Well, they get their food late, and so they complain. They get it free. Yeah. You got it free. Everybody got it free.
But then this fucking person toiling for an app, they get the short end of the stick. I don't like that.
Yeah.
If it was only punishing Chipotle, which has given many people the runs, that would be fine. But it's not only punishing Chipotle.
Is it pretty easy to find anything to hate somebody?
What do you mean?
Like in your life, like Chipotle, Johnny Chipotle probably hates guys. Fuck this certain store number 253 in the employees.
I wouldn't say anything's easy in my life, to be completely honest.
All right. And I have that. What's that, Hamza?
Here's some other stuff that happened to me this weekend. I went to Trader Joe's to get some eggs. I ended up, of course, getting a full cart of shit. So I'm at the checkout, and I know not to make conversation, but I do anyway. I'm like, can you believe it? I came here just for eggs. And he did me a favor of going, that's how we get you. And I'm like, thank you. I will now shut up. But then he said, are you the podcast? And I was like, you know what? 18 years of this, I am the podcast. Yes, I am.
The podcast.
I am the podcast. Why would I argue? Yes, I'm the podcast. And he goes, oh, I've been listening to you. You saved me through the pandemic, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, we're talking Keith and the girl, right? Now I'm like, I need to concur. And he goes, yes, I found you on Twitch. I'm like, oh my God, we were on Twitch for like 5 minutes. And it was the day, Keith, of your stand-up. And I wanted to be like, you should come today. Why don't I just put you on the list? And I was like, you know what? I'm going to take the win. Somebody said I did good. I don't have to do more. Right. Thank you very much. Got my eggs. I got my weird soup dumplings. Goodbye. And then later that day, I'm on a bike ride going up a hill. Some guy pulls down his pants while he's walking, dicks out. Goes, I know you wanted to see this. And I was like, how did this guy know?
He recognizes the podcast.
I am the podcast. And that is your dick. And this guy, he goes, I know you wanted to see it. I'm like, God damn, I do. I want to know. Yes, I do. And I'm like, I think you think you're a shower, but you're a grower. And you might want to. I have never seen a penis that stands up like that without balls right underneath it.
Where do balls go? Is he like a cat? They just cut him off maybe at some
point? I didn't see balls, but I saw the penis facing straight out because there was only like on a French manicure, the French part, the white part, that's where his dick was. That's as far as it went outside of his body.
I wouldn't not want to see that. That seems interesting.
He said you wanted to see this. He read my fucking mind.
Yeah, I mean, if you've never seen a dick like that, you've never seen a dick like that.
I wanted to stop and say, other people want to see this. May I take your picture? But I decided to keep going faster than him on my bike.
Well, let's talk about Keith and the Girl Week.
Yes.
The very first night on Wednesday, we had people over my place on my back concrete. Very fun, and proud to report that not one person fell for my oxy grift. And by that, I mean I have an old oxy bottle that I put stool softener in it, and I leave it in my medicine cabinet. But every single person was honest. That's
Shout out to everyone for being
Good for you
above the
guys.
influence.
That's right.
Can we call this episode Griftin Ain't Easy? I'm writing it down. I got to look up what Griftin is because it's a lot of things today.
My friend Adam said you should put cyanide in there. Keith's Law. One strike and you're dead.
Oh my God.
He wrote, "What happened?" And then you say, "You died, thief." But it all worked out. Nothing to complain about.
Well, maybe it's because people have moved. It's not oxy anymore. Everyone's on the fentanyl train. You don't have like a fake fentanyl bottle or whatever. I don't know if they.
I don't have a fake fentanyl bottle.
We've moved on culturally. Right. No one cares about oxy anymore. It's all about fentanyl.
People comfortably drank their woke beer. They didn't have to shoot any beer up that they disagreed with. That was good and fun. You see that there's a beer now that's trending. We'll see if they end up. I think they'll make a couple bucks in the beginning at least. Conservative Dad's Ultra Right 100% woke free American beer. Somebody's making it in their basement, selling it to people that didn't take the vaccine because who knows what's in it, and swallowing all that beer down the dude made in his house. And it all came from Bud Light, who was celebrating 365 days of girlhood. Said, "Hey, this influencer, you changed your whole body. We're look at you. Congratulations going through all that. We're going to give you Bud Light cans with your face on it. Everybody wins." And people were upset, going, "This is not a woman."
I would argue that Budweiser is not a beer.
Right.
I mean? Like, if we're saying what is and isn't shit, it's an American macro brew, man. She tastes like ass, dude.
Well, it didn't please Kid Rock, who got an AK-47 and started shooting at cartons of beer that he had to buy to prove a point.
And yeah, well, I mean, in fairness, he's got a lot of downtime in between Indian casino gigs.
Right.
So,
but you could still get Bud Light as honky tonk. Don't worry.
Megan, have you thought of putting on, you described the item, adult shoe with animal somehow on it, very trendy, woke free. Like, who gives a shit, right? Like, I think it's very interesting to show off that you're sleeping. I am woke free. I will not be awakened to any new information. I will be resting the rest of my life. Good night.
I do that. Woke free pens, woke free calendars.
Well, why would I say what's his name? Of course I know his name. Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan opening this anti-woke comedy club. That's redundant. Have you been, you know what I'm saying? A comedy club is anti-woke. It's a safe place for intolerance, man. They're all anti-woke.
The trans activist revealed Saturday that the beer company sent packs of Bud Light featuring her face to celebrate girlhood. And she said, "It's my most prized possession. Hashtag Bud Light partner."
I bet that shit would flip for so much, dude. You put that on eBay?
Yeah. You put her beer on eBay, right?
That's what I'm saying. I mean, the extremely limited edition, they just made it for this one chick, right?
That'd be funny that you get the praise first thing that hits you. You're like, fucking eBay. People are shooting guns because of you, but it's like, fuck yeah, this would be nice on eBay. Might genuinely be the weird. Oh, so let's see. This is a magazine called The Spectator. Editor Stephen Miller wrote, "Might genuinely be the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life. This person being called a girl. The most. Aren't you? I'd fire you for my paper. Like." You never found a more fascinating story than you, a man being a woman.
It's interesting because this is, you're looking at a magazine called The Spectator. I think they should maybe be following a magazine more called, like, I don't know, I had it. It was The Participator. See how I participated in my own joke? No, but like, why do you want to be a spectator? And it is like the guy watching watching the sports and constantly being a spectator. You're not playing, you're not participating, you're not joining. You're from the outside on a throne, constantly going, that's not right. That's new. I don't want to use the new thing. I don't want to try something that I don't know about. I'm going to go on the same vacation every year. I'm not going to learn anything, even if my kids are saying the times have changed. I'm going to be I will turn this car around. I'm going to be exactly like my parents. And when I turned 13, 14, my parents started annoying me because I started rebelling out of this like old school, why can't you guys have new information in your head? Then I turned to my parents' age and somehow started doing the same thing to the next generation. Why do you want to be that? You want to call that conservative? Why is that a fun word? Why does anybody want to be called a fun word like conservative? I will have no new... There's a quota of new thoughts and they all go to the new flavor of Budweiser. I'm already dealing with how it could have lime. Now I got to deal with how it could have a vagina. Please leave me alone.
Why would you give a fuck about... I mean, the primary question is like, why give a fuck about the lives of anybody that doesn't concern you or like have any effect on you personally?
I wonder.
And also, these people, if they're worried about, there's too much challenging stuff on TV. I don't want to see all these challenging ideas and these non-binary people and whatever. Just watch Yellowstone, dude. We made Yellowstone for you, man. You could watch Yellowstone all fucking day, all the spin-offs.
I wonder if guys are afraid that they'll find out later they ended up kissing a dude.
So they can retroactively.
A woman can really be a dude, right? Was I retroactively gay? Fuck.
Oh man, I don't know, dude. I think all these people need to. Let's just send them on Catalina or something. Maybe Catalina's not big enough. We need an island for these fucking chuds, is what I'm saying.
So then this guy, he calls himself the conservative dad. He's the one who put out this ultra rate beer. By the way, he has any picture of him is him and his 2 kids to show he's a family man. There's no wife in any of the pictures. It's interesting. If he was married, she would have been there. I promise.
Do you think the children are AI generated or something like that?
Yeah, right. With guns in their hand. We do not ship to the following states, though. Alaska, those idiots would have bought it. Arkansas, that's who you need. Delaware, Hawaii, Mississippi, New Hampshire, Rhode Island, and Utah.
What? Why those places?
Because who the fuck knows what's in that poison? We don't know what the fuck he's making. Some states don't care, I guess.
Oh, I see. Wow, I'm surprised he's sending to the very liberal New York City.
Yes, well, people are undercover.
He's got to save some people from us.
Right.
In New York, people might be buying it in order to flip it.
Mm-hmm.
Could be. The cultural elites know that, you get a niche thing, and then you wait about 10 years, and then it becomes
the beer tastes good. It's like wine. It needs some time. You know what I would do? I would buy the woke free beer and then draw boobs on it. What are you going to do now?
Well, they
I'm
like
calling
boobs.
it female.
No, right. But there's, they have all those posters and tits in their garage,
Yes.
Tits are fine.
The conservatives have the tits on their wall. Yes.
Right.
But that's a point in and of itself. It's like, these are the kind of guys that like to call chicks toots or whatever. Mm-hmm. You got more trans women. You got more people to call toots. What's the downside? You know what I'm saying?
It really does make our day to go, hey, toots.
Hey, tootie.
Yeah. Here's this will blow your mind, but we don't even care if you smile. It's just so fun to say. We did silent trailers live, 50 to 25. I'd say that was a success.
Keith won,
yes.
But really I won. I would like to tell you some behind the scenes of last week's silent trailers. Right before the show starts, Keith comes up to me and says, hey, would you like me to start the show so you don't have to think about what to say? I could do some mini stand-up or whatever. And for a hot second, I got nervous and I was like, oh, what if I don't know how to start the show? What if the things that I have planned are stupid? And then I was like, no, I'm going to be confident in myself. And I fucking nailed it. Nice. Fuck you, Keith. Save that shit for 15. I don't give a shit. Welcome to the Keith and the Girl Show. I'm Chemda.
The podcast. Kerry Gravenson was there. Calvin Cato, Chalet was sharp. They did their best, but they couldn't take down the kid. The kid is me, Megan, by the way.
Yes, you did fantastic, and congratulations, you won. But may I say, we have not been in front of a live audience in a long time, and silent trailers. And also, the next day we played a game show. Also, you can't say that because it was a game show, was like a sports event. And sometimes I only knew that someone got the right answer because the crowd went wild, and it was so much fun.
Yes, there's so much fun. Yeah. Well, you were great when you're trying to describe a trailer, of course.
Thank you. That's all you need to say.
One of the movies was The Fly, Megan. And Hunter goes, "Who's this person? I think he's in The Fly." And then I went, The Fly, and then I won.
Now I get it. I mean, I'm also slow on the uptake, I guess. All right. I guess you're just you got galaxy brain or whatever, Keith.
I got this one, but tell me if you would have got this.
What?
This is a quote from Henda.
Oh, God. Why are you writing things down?
This guy, the second Scientologist, not the first one.
I said not the top level Scientologist, the second top level Scientologist. Who could that be? That's the first level Scientologist.
We're not considering David Miscavige the first level Scientologist. Okay.
I don't even know who that is.
That's the head of the Church of Scientology.
Well, he's insignificant based on this. We're watching movies. Who could be the second level top?
That would
celebrity?
be John Travolta.
Hello. Hello. Am I not a genius? Oh my God. I love it.
But then also, yeah, like I said, I got a little confused. I do think Tom is like the I guess David Miscavige would be the top banana, and then Tom would be kind of like the junior banana. And I'm not just saying
you got to think
diminutive.
But who could I be looking at when I'm looking at a trailer and trying to describe it? Could it be head Scientologist guy or John Travolta?
I think I'd be getting as much work as one another at this point, to be honest. You don't really see Travolta in anything anymore.
Let's see here. You Can't Say That. We had Courtney McGinnis, Casey James Salengo, Micah Fox. Micah Fox introduced a new person to us, Bobby Condon. A lot of fun.
So fun.
Shelton Lindsay, Catherine Heller. I thought they were going to do the best as
Shelton and Catherine, right? Yes.
Yeah.
As improv people, as theater people, as people who have to come up. They do this thing called Neo-Futurist. Great show. They have to come up with 1 minute plays, a new 1 minute play constantly, and they do like 20 or 30 of them in an hour, depending on how much time they go from thing to thing. So yeah, they've worked with each other. They wrote with each other. They memorized things. And these comics, I thought they would just kind of like yell at each other. But Catherine and Shelton be like, okay, so I'm blanking in the library. Fucking no, Shelton, it's never going to be fucking. The answer is that pussy. No, Shelton, I know that you think that that's what's always on our mind. It's not. The answer is not pussy.
It's television. Now, me and Kyle was my partner. We did not do too good. We broke up. But that day's not really important anyway. Then it's the stand-up show. I feel good.
Okay. Shush. The 15th is Keith's birthday, and it's been 4 years since he did his annual stand-up because of quarantine and pandemic and all of that. And he went on. It was seamless. It was seamed together beautifully. The topics went. The ignorance was squashed. The hilarity was, sometimes you start a sentence and everyone's holding their breath, and then you finish the sentence and we're laughing and we're a little relieved and we're also a little tickled. And that's a very good combo for a stand-up special. And I cannot wait to turn this into a bunch of 1 minute clips because there was snaps in there. And if we were a poetry crowd, you would have heard snaps. And there were a lot of applause breaks and there would have been more, but we're like, let's just be quiet because there's more shit. And as more shit came out of your face, it was just beautiful. You must, when this is out, get it. We're going to try to get it to you for free. Because I think this is a perfect album. It went by so fast. I think you're going to be very proud of this when you hear it again. And it was fantastic.
Oh, well, thank you.
Questions? I think I liked it.
I'm imagining imagining it being on CD or whatever, and there's a pull quote from Hemda, and the pull quote is just surprisingly articulate or shockingly articulate. His sentences made sense. There's a beginning, and the story. There's a beginning. There's an end.
Here's my story. We all went in on April 15th to listen to a tall, white, cis straight guy. And we left not upset. That's a
victory in and of itself.
How long was he talking all by himself without somebody going, oh, not 1 second did we want to go, can I just, you might want to change your language. None of it. It was so good.
It's not easy for us nowadays. It's not easy for us, but I still have to talk about transgender stuff and Juneteenth. I think I got into Juneteenth within 5 minutes. And may I say, if I may brag, I had multiple black people after bring up the Juneteenth segment and they loved it. Thank you.
Have you just dropped a Bic pen on the ground?
Yes. It is fun to throw the mic down. I get why they do it.
Yeah. I mean,
sometimes it's whenever they don't even say anything that deep and they just throw it. That is fun.
They got a Guitar Center on retainer. Keep setting up all these mics that they keep damaging wantonly.
This is Walter wrote, if I may. Bravo! I just got home from Keith's stand-up taping extravaganza, and I have to say, fantastic work, everyone. I have not laughed so hard in so long. This was absolutely Keith's tightest set yet. There was a palpable intensity that drove the narrative, asserting meaning and confidence with every line. A person or other, they wrote, would be a fool not to purchase this performance as soon as it's available. In fact, people should probably just go to keithandthegirl.com right now, sign up for VIP membership. I mean, what the hell? Top to bottom is a wonderful evening. So thanks, everyone, and cheers.
Yeah, I agree with everything. keithandthegirl.com/VIP.
Amazing set, said Hillary. So happy to have finally seen a birthday special after 16 years of listening. Well, there were two before that, but all right. I'd like to think your mom tried to rip the grizzly pear sign off the wall as you were talking about Democrats raping babies. Thanks for all you do for podcasting and making us laugh. That's a positive, believe it or not. Thank you. Thank you. You know what? I practicing my stand-up. I let my Duolingo lapse. Now it says I pay for it, but I was on a streak of like 72 days. They took away my streak, but it doesn't really affect me because I pay anyway. But it bothers me now. A 2 pops up. I'm like, fuck you. I think I'm over it because they added this clever thing of streaks. I think I quit Spanish. I think I'm done. Fuck you. I've been trying. Now you're like, you're starting over. No, but you're not making me really start over. So this is embarrassing. And Craig joined Duolingo so that, we keep each other going. But now he just sends me things every day. Number 35, day 36. I'm like, you weren't even close.
You should pivot to Latin at this point. Spite. You know what? I'm gonna learn a worthless language now. I'm gonna learn a language I'll never use in a million years.
You know what I realized? My second language is a worthless language. I speak Hebrew. Where other than Israel, which is the size of Jersey, do I ever need to use that? We're talking about visiting other countries, possibly moving to other countries, and we're talking like Spain, Argentina, Chile. Xerxes like, I could speak to them. I could speak to them. Knowing Spanish is the best. I'm like, where else could people speak Hebrew? We're not going to move to Israel. It's as bad as moving to San Francisco, money-wise.
You could go to my friend Lil Mama's mom's house in the valley, and you could speak hella Hebrew. The magazines in the bathroom.
Hella Hebrew is the kind of Hebrew I speak. That's great.
There's a lot. I think the valley might be. You might want to take a birthright to the San Fernando Valley. And you can speak all the Hebrew you want.
Excellent.
I think I have my album title. Dictum Factum. What do you think?
Dictum Factum.
Mm-hmm.
Damn near. Killed him, etc., etc. I'll meditate on that, Keith.
All right. Well, thanks. We, of course, do have to talk about the Dalai Lama having a boy suck on his tongue.
Contractually, you have to talk about
Contractually, we have to.
Okay.
And all right, that's the rules. Then that's the rules. I'm not for it. I didn't think it was cool.
You're taking such a brave stance, Keith.
It is it's
Can
one of
I
those
just
it's one
say
of those
what happened?
videos that
Because-
people don't want to look up, you know, and
Yeah.
be like, it's probably a misunderstanding. The kid didn't really suck on his tongue. I doubt it. Let's just move on.
Oh, so, wait, I did not
Okay.
not watch it. So does the child actually?
I had to watch it, and here's what happened. Okay, first of all, I was very glad that they blurred the kid's face, and I think on there are a couple of videos floating out there that didn't get blurred. The kid's face was blurred in mine. The Dalai Lama is like, okay, give me a kiss, and he gives his lips, and the kid hesitates and then kisses him on the mouth. But you could see even that was uncomfortable.
Well, let me jump in. The Dalai Lama points to his cheek, saying, "First here," after which the Dalai Lama points to his own lips and then asks for another kiss. Then the priest says, "And suck my tongue." And you can hear it clearly.
And then we're thinking, like, suck my tongue. I think there were some giggles in the back, like no one really means to suck the tongue, right? And then His Holiness.
But those are awkward giggles because it doesn't matter what.
Yes.
He's saying.
Yeah, it's like, oh, who would do that? You know,
Right.
whatever. Like, of course, that's the most absurd thing he could say there. Then he sticks out his tongue and goes towards the kid, and the kid kind of moves back, I think, if I'm remembering, a smidge, not like a lot, but it's a child. It's like an 8-year-old maybe, and then goes and does it. You could see the douche chills a little bit on the kid because of, even though he's blurred out, he has this discomfort, of course, and he's being watched by people. And what grosses me out a lot is in the pretend apology from supposedly the Dalai Lama's account, or this is the account that's from him. It's still in the third person. His Holiness jokes a lot with people, and this is one of the jokes. But His Holiness said more than once, regrets this particular joke or something like that. And I'm like, first of all, His Holiness, can we take that down? Could we decide that everybody we call His Holiness, or any kind of like gift like that we put some sort of weird crown on someone's head, that we just stop doing that? In what world could this human flesh be holy more than you, that we allow our children to respond to this guy with a yes, no matter what it is? Stop it.
His Holiness often teases people he meets in an innocent and playful way, even in public and before cameras. He regrets the incident. What do you regret? That was a tease. What do you regret? And what are you doing when the cameras aren't around?
And why are you calling it an incident? Name another incident and let's compare.
Right. Fucking the Dalai Nambla over here. I thought he was Buddhist. Apparently he's Catholic. Okay. All right.
Hello.
And then his people said it's a term of endearment. And no, I think this is what I don't think it was his people. It's like people playing devil's advocate online, and they said, "Well, I learned that in India, sometimes you stick your tongue out, it could be friendly, like a thumbs up," which is interesting because a thumbs up is also friendly. But I wasn't supposed to suck garlic off my dad's thumb.
Oh my goodness, Keith.
So it's wrong. That's all I'm saying.
I'll tell you this. I just watched Mrs. Maisel with the episode where the father goes to a lunch with someone. It's a business lunch, but it is a woman. And at the end, she sits next to him and says, "Oh, I'm sorry that I don't have time. I didn't know I would be with such a charming, wonderful guy." And then she puts her hand on his thigh, leans in and says, "I'll never make that mistake again." And he is uncomfortable. He starts babbling, blah, blah, blah. He goes back to the office. He sits next to his boss and says, "Listen, can I ask you something?" He puts his hand on his boss's thigh and says, "Is this sexual?" That's what I want people to do. I want you, next time you're greeting someone, as a joke, to stick your tongue out and go, "Suck my tongue," and see how they respond to it, and see if it's sexual or makes you feel uncomfortable. Because I don't think there is a world where you can put your hand on someone's thigh, lean in and say, "I'll never make that mistake again." And I think I'm misunderstanding the situation.
Right. I'm just upset. I got to throw out all my tapestries. God damn it. Oh, well. Here's what you want to do. You want to
how you can flip. Maisel flips.
I don't want anybody to have those. I don't want anybody.
You got a
to
SAG
have those.
screener or Maisel? Out the door.
Follow what Megan's up to. First of all, the website is inoffensivecomedian.com. Let's all go there together.
That's a great reminder that I should update that maybe once every 6 years. I don't know the last time I've updated it, but this is gonna. I'll put my next one booking per fiscal quarter on it. I'll tell you what.
And everybody can remind you of it.
Whenever I go there, I live to inoffend, specializing in clean comedy, in quotes. My material will not change your belief system in any way. Not only am I available for private parties and corporate events, I insist on them.
I did once receive like an email from, I believe it was like someone involved with the corporation like found my website and thought that was insincere.
Yeah,
and wanted me to do some sort of like corporate.
Did you book it?
You know, and I didn't, because I could tell it wasn't even worth trying to make it a grift. Do you know what I'm saying? I think probably pitchforks.
Does grift mean get paid for your work?
Grift means just kind of like getting one over on someone, making money or getting something in a someone perceive unethical way.
So in order to work for a corporation, it has to be a grift.
Well, a grift would be, I mean, people usually use the word grift in a way like people exploiting people, like on an interpersonal basis. Like, let's say, like I lie to a woman and tell her that I'm a prince and extort her for all this money or whatever. You know what I mean? But I more think grift is like, like lying to Starbucks about how the matcha was chunky and getting your money back every single time. Every single time.
Do you ever? I picture like you're in bed and your husband tricks you and all of a sudden you're on top during sex. Are you like, did you just grift me? Next thing you know, I'm doing the work.
No, we do. We don't talk while we're engaging in sexual congress. I'm sorry to disappoint you.
No, yeah, it doesn't really mean she wants corporate events, even though it's on her website. It's like when I worked at Eaton Park and we had a sign that said, "I love buses." Can I tell you a secret? Hated you. Fucking hated yes. Why would we love that? Oh, well.
I did also. I had on my website for a while that my representation was Ari Gold, and someone thought that was true. Ari Gold, of course, is the character from the television show Entourage.
Start over.
Fictional character.
You cut out. Say that again.
Oh, I put on my website once that I was represented by Ari Gold.
Oh, okay.
And someone thought that was true. No, that is a fictional character from the television show Entourage.
Except I bet there is a manager or agent named Ari Gold, right?
Gotta be.
It's not it's not crazy.
And that Ari Gold just got fired somehow because of you. Oh, boy. Anyways, he's probably part of the establishment. Capitalism, you know what I mean?
Mm.
You want to download the album Tertium, Tertium, Non-Deter. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, but the album's great. And don't think, oh, do I have to know Latin? I heard the album more than once. I still don't know what the fuck it fits, but she's happy about it, and the album is great. Okay.
Oh, I recorded another one too. I just gotta edit it.
Fuck so yeah.
Fiscal quarter, I guess it would be 2023.
Is it gonna have an English title?
Yeah. I was thinking about Bitter and Alone.
Bitter and Alone. How fast can we get out our album?
Pretty fast, actually, and I can show you this right now. I'm going to be selling it on USB drive.
Okay.
Last time I just put a download code in a record sleeve. This time they'll actually be. This is functional. You'll receive my album on a 1 gigabyte flash drive, and I'll also, maybe, I don't know, put some other software on there for you. 1 gig, that's a lot to work with.
That's awesome.
You're just gonna give them software.
Yeah. Well, because it's like, man, the illusion of value.
Sure. You get a random software.
Do you plug that into your CD player, or?
You would plug that into your computer and then digitize. Stop. Yeah. You might be able to plug it into your car. Some cars have USB inputs.
How old is your computer? Just getting a reference.
This computer, I actually don't know, but I do. The reason why I acquired it, I used to work for Adult Swim, and they were going to throw it in the garbage. Because it was too old, and now I have it.
A quick question: did you already buy the USB things?
Yeah, I have 200. I'm being ambitious.
Awesome.
I think I'm fingers crossed. I might sell 200 copies of this album.
If you build it, sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So watch what happens live on that or whatever.
It's an artifact.
The album also, it's not live. I recorded it alone in a studio with no audience.
I like that.
I do like that.
I thought of that. Yeah.
And that's why it's called
Bitter and Alone. Yeah.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny if somehow there's still a heckler on it. When you hear it back, you're like, what the fuck?
Wait, how did my dad get on this recording? I haven't talked to him in like 15 years. Jesus.
Follow Megan online at Born Feral. Sure. Born Feral. And of course, the podcast, like we said, Grift Horse. What is the IKEA buyback program that you take advantage of?
Great question. IKEA buyback program. IKEA started doing a thing where they'll buy their own furniture back from you. A lot of people give away IKEA furniture for free on Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, things of this nature. So you just got to check and see. You could go, just look up IKEA buyback program. They tell you what they buy back. Basically, it's like, think of like a Billy bookcase, the most ubiquitous bookcase in the world. You're looking at one directly behind me.
Gotcha.
If you could just pick one up for free on Craigslist and then drive it directly to an IKEA and get like $30.
Okay. Okay. I wonder, did you ever do the math on your gas?
It's the principle of the matter. I don't like to think that much about the effort expended relative to the nominal amounts of money I receive.
Keith, it's just good she left the house that day, okay?
Right.
Yeah.
Just let it happen.
That's the victory.
Okay, well, good. You changed lives, probably. I like to think every time you're on, you did. You can go to keithandthegirl.com/Megan Koester and see the other times she's been on Keith and the Girl. It is fantastic to know you. You're hilarious.
And also, we just put out the most recent marathon, which Megan remembered to come to. Yes. And by the way,
she had a 24-hour window. She made it.
Right. You should know that whenever we ask people like, hey, what did you think your best part was? Or who do you think stood out? Your name is number one for this most recent marathon. You were MVP. They fucking loved your section. You were a huge standout. So if you are getting the marathon, it's broken down. And if you only want to get one section, it sounds like Megan's the section to get. So keithandthegirl.com/store. I mean, if you don't like it, we will give you your money back. That's how confident we are about this amazing 24-hour show, whatever section.
You guys are it, man. I'm sorry I was late again.
I barely noticed. Megan, thank you. Thank you, everybody. We'll talk to you tomorrow.